What's up, everybody? We still have a shot. Somehow, we still have a chance. And before I get to that on this Monday morning, before a huge game tonight on Monday Night Football, Eagles and Giants, I want to thank all my new subscribers after last week's horrendous loss to the Miami Dolphins. If there's one positive I can come out of that last week, it's that fact. And while I'm on that game, I just want to get the bad taste out of my mouth. I want to bury that game and never talk about it again after this. But there are some unconfirmed reports that the Eagles, a lot of the Eagles, were out partying the night before the game, which would explain a lot of things. But I still think you could have walked in drunk and beat that Miami Dolphins team. But let's get that shit out of here. Let's stop talking about that game, and let's talk about the backlash after the game. First thing that happened, Doug Peterson said some dumb stuff during a press conference about the Miami Dolphins wanting it more, which made no sense. He tried to double down on it, but it made no sense considering that the Eagles are in a playoff run. Then Mack Hollins, wide receiver for the Eagles, is released. Finally, good riddance. This should have happened a long time ago, as this guy has done nothing but hurt the team. I mean, with the injuries of Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey, he came out and said that he prefers special teams over playing wide receiver. Once he said that, you should have got rid of him. He hasn't caught a pass since September. He's got more penalty yards than receiving yards. He's just done nothing but hurt this team. He's done a lot in the community. I'll give him that. Great guy. Wears a hell of a throwback jersey to every game. But look, guys like that are bringing this team down during important times should not be on this team. If you would have got rid of him a long time ago, you could have done something at the trade deadline. You could have had Greg Ward up here a lot earlier than you did. There's so many options out there that could have helped this team that this personnel office, this front office just didn't do for whatever reason. But Mack Hollins is gone. So hopefully this offense will be able to gel a little bit more, and you don't got to worry about Mack coming in and committing penalties and taking away big runs or big passes by Carson Wentz anymore. Also, the team practicing pads to start off the week, something that they haven't done in a while. Doug Peterson obviously trying to motivate this team that really laid an egg last week, and has laid an egg pretty much all year. Really disappointing season, but somehow we are still into this. We are still in this. I don't understand it. I haven't seen anything like this in a very long time, since I think the 2008 season when the Eagles went to the championship game against the Cardinals. I mean, you look back to that year, McNabb is benched against the Ravens for Kevin Cobb. I think they tied against the Cincinnati Bengals that year. That was a horrible year for most of the 90% of the year was horrible, and they still somehow it comes down to the last game. So many different things had to happen, and they did, and the Eagles ended up winning and going on to the playoffs and surprising a lot of people. And this is what this season kind of feels like, because the Cowboys just keep on pushing the NFC East to us. Here, have it. And it seems like to this point, the Eagles are saying, no, we don't want it. We're good. Well, take the gift. Take the gift that the Dallas Cowboys are giving us, because look, they really have. I mean, they lost again to the Chicago Bears on Thursday night, a game that they really needed after losing to Buffalo at home on Thanksgiving. They just don't want to lead this weak division. They just don't want it. So let's take it, and let's take it tonight. Tonight against the Giants, a team that we have owned pretty much the last couple years. We've got to continue that tradition tonight, because the old man is coming back, and it's Eli Manning who is coming back. And I've heard reports on the radio from New York reporters saying that Eli has got this team juiced up. They're ready to go. They want to get this win for the Gipper and get this win for Eli, as he's going to play his last game at the Link. And they're really motivated to get this win and be a spoiler for the Philadelphia Eagles. That being all well, that being good, I think that the Eagles kind of are making out here by not having to face Daniel Jones. And look, in the beginning of the season, I thought Daniel Jones was a bum. I laughed like everybody when the Giants drafted him over Dwayne Haskins. I really did. But he came in. The guy has a good arm. He seems to move around well. And I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. I think he's better than advertised. I really do. And I think that the Eagles maybe have been in a little bit more trouble facing a guy like him than Eli Manning, who has been sitting on the bench all year long and just doesn't seem to have success in the Link. This defense has got to be embarrassed by last week. They've got to be embarrassed. There are guys on that team like Malcolm Jenkins, like Brandon Graham, like Fletcher Cox, that Rodney McLeod, that are all passionate and prideful dudes. And I'm sure that they looked at that game last week and they're going to want to show that they're a lot better than they were last week. And I think that's going to be huge for the Eagles, because they're going to have to stop. Again, Eli gets the ball out quickly. That's the one positive that the Giants have with him being in there. He gets the ball out quickly, and he's a vet, so he can read defenses probably better than Daniel Jones can. Like I said, he can't move around well, and once he's hit, you might as well call it a day. Once Eli gets hit, he's done. You got Golden Tate on the Giants offense that is coming back to prove to the Eagles that they should have kept him, which we probably should have over Nelson Aguilar with everything, hindsight being 2020. However, Evan Ingram, their star tight end, out. I think their secondary tight end, he's out too. They do have this guy Slayton, wide receiver, rookie wide receiver. He's awesome. He's a really good wide receiver. Again, I'm not going to get into all the guys we could have drafted over JJ Arcega-Whiteside, but he's one of them, and he's been really good for this Giants team. Sterling Shepard's still there. Saquon Barkley, one of the best running backs in the league, is going to be extra motivated as he plays against Myles Sanders, his ex-Penn State cohort, and a guy that, Myles backed him up in Penn State before he left to come to the NFL. So this Giants team is very well motivated. Coming into this game, the defense is going to have to be the defense that played against the Seahawks and played against the Patriots in order to win this game. On the offensive side, the Eagles, again, you want to talk about motivation. Let's talk about Myles Sanders, who sat behind Saquon for years, heard all the Saquon hype for years, and in the back of his head, as an athlete, as a performer, in the back of his head, he thinks he's the best. And if you don't think you're the best, you shouldn't be on the field. So he's going to want to prove that he's better than Saquon Barkley. Even though these guys are tight, they're close, they're friends, he is going to want, and Saquon's going to want to prove how good he is too. And I think that Doug Peterson has got to focus on the run this game. I mean, the last 3 games that they've lost, the run-to-pass ratio, actually since Jordan Howard has been injured, and that's been a huge injury for the Eagles as he is out again from a stinger. Again, he's not, he's questionable on the injury report, but this guy's not going to play this week. And it really hurts the Eagles because I said before the bye week, before we learned of this stinger, he was going to be the key going forward. As you look at the Buffalo game and you look at the Green Bay game against 2 good teams, 2 wins by the Eagles, and it was all on Jordan Howard's back. I just think that him and Myles Sanders are just a good 1-2 punch, and we just haven't had them. And we're not going to have them this game. But Doug needs to still give the ball to Myles Sanders. Have Jay Ajayi come in a little bit more. Get some pressure off your offensive line and Carson Wentz. And let's start this week. Let's do it this week. This is week 1 for us because you're going to have to win every week to win this division. And I know technically you don't have to, but we can't just expect Dallas to keep on giving us these gifts. We just can't expect it. We can't expect that to happen, and the Eagles shouldn't expect it to happen either. They're at home on Monday night, prime time. The weather's going to be an issue. You should run the ball down their throats, even though the Giants are pretty good at defending the run. I'm still running the ball a lot. I'm still running the ball a lot against this team, and it's going to open up the passes. The Giants don't have a good pass defense. It's going to open a lot of stuff up and make life a hell of a lot easier for Carson Wentz, but it's got to start tonight. It's got to start tonight. And, speaking of tonight, I'm gearing up, about ready to go. Me and my dad have an annual game that we go to every year, and this is the game that we're going to this year, Monday night against the Giants. We don't give a shit about the rain. We don't care about the record. We support this team. We're passionate about this team. We've got a lot of good stuff to drink. We're going to be going to the 4th of JAWN tailgate and K-Lot. Anybody that's watching this video and is going to the game, please join us there. Bring a toy. They're doing a toy drive. It's not necessary. It's not required. But, hey, man, you can't go wrong buying a toy for some kids that need it. Free booze, free food, free admission, and a great time with some awesome and passionate Eagles fans. I'm looking forward to it. I'm psyched up. I'm ready to go. And hopefully this Eagles team is ready to go too. You win this game, that's 1 down. You got the Redskins next week, and then a big game against the Cowboys. Let's do it, guys. Wake up out of this hibernation that you've been in all year long. No more excuses. Let's put these, because some of these guys are talented, man. Zach Ertz is talented. Carson Wentz is a talented guy. Alshon can do it. Friggin' the defense, bunch of good guys. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Malcolm Jenkins, even guys like Vinny Curry. Wake up. Wake up. Let's get this win tonight. And real quick before I go, let's talk about these injuries real fast. So the Eagles are going to be without Camus Grugier-Hill. TJ Edwards is going to have to step up. I like TJ. However, losing Camus is it might be an issue. Nelson Aguilar is questionable. Jordan Howard is questionable, but I don't see him. I don't see Jordan Howard playing, and Derek Barnett is questionable. I don't see him playing either. However, we're going to have to do it with the guys we got. And whatever you gave Nelson Aguilar last week to have him play, give it to him again. I don't know where he found that mojo. I don't know if you found a time machine and grabbed 2017 Nelson out of it. But Nelson Aguilar played pretty damn good against a bad Miami team last week. I even saw him track a ball on a 2-point conversion. He looked really good. He's flying around. He's making guys miss. He's breaking tackles. We need that Nelson if he plays tonight. And by the way, whatever you gave Nelson, give it to Jordan Howard too, so maybe he can play at some point in the season when these games still count. Anyway, I'm Chris Wild. I hope to see all you guys tonight at the 4th of John tailgate. Please come up. I'd love to talk to some easy for me to say. I would love to talk to some supporters, and it would be great if some of my subscribers are there too. Love to meet up with you guys. So that's it. Big game tonight. Must-win. Playoffs start now. Let's get this win tonight. And I'm telling you, if you let Eli Manning walk into that stadium and make you look stupid and get a Giants W, the video that you saw last week against the Miami Dolphins afterwards that I put up, you ain't see nothing yet, because I swear I might actually, my head might actually explode on film after that. So I'm gonna try to get a lot of good footage from the tailgate as well. Be on the lookout for that. Thanks everybody. Thanks new subscribers. I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your Monday, and let's get this W tonight. Go Birds.
I'm Faith, and this is Owen, and we wanted to let you know that you need to like this video, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you never miss another one of Chris Wild's videos. Bye!